Finally, look who's here. Ta-da! So Thomas has always talked about he likes the Vantage, right? During our live show, so I arranged this test drive for him.
What's up, Bobby?
Hey
Let's
guys,
go. Aston Martin.
Today, Vantage. Alright. Maybe he sell this. No lah, no lah.
No, 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 no. This one till death does me apart. I say that now.
That is by right the entrance, but then this is special for people like you, right? Okay.
Look at that. Greeted by a very beautiful behind of a car.
Let's look at the car outside, then later we go for a drive. All right? Cheers.
Look at that. Woo!
What is the thing that makes you like the Vantage?
I always like small cars, like small and nimble, low. There's the stance about the Vantage, right? And it doesn't show on pictures. It's so low and so squat. But there's something about the design, right? Not only when you do squat, right, it looks very squarish and very toyish, but there's this still very sleek. There's this blend between the both. But I think it's good because the old Vantage, although I like the engine, the way it sounds, but the design always felt like a mini DB9. Whereas this Vantage felt like I'm on my own. And it really shows. It's wide, small, and I love short wheelbase cars because they're nimble, also snappy. Like, you know, there's so many things in this car that is in my flavor. Let's take a look inside. Oh, I love the door handles. You know, I really like this feeling. It's like a handshake.
And the doors that swing up.
Like I'm shaking hands with the car before I get in. Like it really feels like a handshake, right? And then when you pull up, it goes up, like you always show. Yeah. And look at that, how the door flows. It doesn't like, you know how normal cars like clack, 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 you know? This is like, there's a seamless flow to it. It's these small things that make you feel that level of like, we put more effort to the car, you know? It's really, really nice. And even when it decompresses, it's a very slow way of, should I get in the car? Come.
Seating position.
Now this is something that is very important for sports cars or performance cars. Seating position is very important. And a lot of people like to sit very low because it feels like you're racing.
You?
I like to sit very low. Yeah, this is a fantastic, you know what? I've never sat in the Vantage before. Really. But the seating position is really good. Look at that.
You adjust to your perfect seating position.
Yeah, I mean, this is a bit too near, right? But let me see. But right off the bat, I can go lower if I wanted to. Like some cars, right, just doesn't go low enough for me. Yeah. That's my complaint. This one feels, this is nice.
The stock in between. Yep.
Yeah, look at that. It goes, but I probably want to go up a little bit so I can see the full dials. I mean, when you drive, you get used to it. But it's nice and snug, nice and low. But it's a nice and snug place. I like small cars. Like you feel like you're like a mini. You know, like this is nice.
Later we check how much is the down payment.
Oh, look at this. Is this full aluminium as well?
It is.
Wow.
It is. Even these are milled
aluminium.
Yep.
Nice.
Even the hinges.
Wow, look at that. Like, no more clicking. It's just like a one movement.
I mean, all this you just think about it, the visor hinge, right? Like 60 years down the road.
Yeah.
Right? You can just ask someone to mill one piece for you and then it's screwed in with a screw. That's it.
Nice.
It's not like some special shaped plastic that sort of clips in.
Well. But yeah, the seating position, the feeling of a sports car is definitely there. A lot of cars are sports cars by its shape and design, but the ergonomics of this car is sports car. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, very nice. Wait, can I check the boot space before we go? Because this car should be somewhat practical as well, right? So let's take a look at the boot. So it's a hatch, and look at that. It's actually, I mean, you can do a 14-day trip in this car, no problem, right? And you can fold that down, right? You can do your
definitely for golf law.
Yeah, for a golf bag, you can do your groceries. Extra space behind there. But I like this touch. because then if you have like documents or you have like a what do you call that, like like those weekend bags. You can just chuck it over here. So yeah, you can access it from the rear space. Yeah, it looks so nice now. I like the rear so much.
I can sense Thomas is like calculating his bank, you know, how to move money and all that, all the calculation going on already. You know? This face looked familiar. last round when we check out the M2, you have this face.
But it's I think you asked me what I like about this car is the idea of a sports car that has a lot of sporting capability, leaning more towards sporting, but has a lot of dailyable aspects of it, you know. So yeah, I don't think that mid-engine or front engine, I know they all got different experiences. Yeah. I don't think one is like as a personal choice. I don't favor one to the other. Both have different driving experience.
But unfortunately, today is not a Genting run lah. We will. I mean, basically, like a potential customer, he will do the standard test route around KL.
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so I'm liking the cabin more and more. I like how they cut this in here.
Yeah.
So now it feels like I have more space than they're very smart. They make it feel bigger just by cutting it inwards here.
Yeah, it doesn't like bulge out, right?
Yeah, can you imagine if it's like this, it would feel really claustrophobic. But the little bulge here would mean that it gives you a sense of space. But this very high shoulder makes you feel snug, nice and stuck. Yeah. Okay. So we're now in the middle of a traffic, which is common for a Vantage because you live in the city, you drive a Vantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a daily drivable sports car or supercar, and now we're doing the daily bits. Traffic jam. So a good supercar must be able to do traffic jam well. Daily.
A daily supercar lah.
Yeah.
It does have. It's actually not that bad now you think about it. The visibility, yeah, sure. I mean, compared to a normal car, a visibility is much lower, right? But for the height it's riding, for a stance of a sports supercar-ish, entry-level supercar, it is actually very familiar. Very familiar and very not intimidating to drive around. Right.
And the fact that they extend the wing mirrors out, because that's a aerodynamic feature.
Yeah.
The wing.
Yeah.
So that also gives a very good visibility gap, between the A-pillars and the side mirrors.
Now that you mention it, it's really smart because the rear stance is so fat, right? This gives you that clearance over the rear stance. Very smart. Wow, really racun Bobby.
Because you've been talking about, we've been like
I know, exchange messages about this.
You know?
Yeah.
And the best thing a friend could do is to arrange a test drive without his permission and tell him, hey, come here on Thursday.
I'm happy. But yeah, it's just so nice. It's a nice cabin to be, some cabins are just like good. This is nice. This is nice. Right. And we're going through some rough roads, as typical Malaysian roads.
Yep.
Feels alright, yeah. Definitely feels alright. Oh, look at that blind spot detection. Nice. Nice. I like that.
All these modern features.
Yeah. It's really nice. I like it. Wow.
So we're now in the most civil setting.
Yes, which is the sports damper and sports mode on the
I know you don't like cars that are too soft, right?
Yeah.
Right.
This is actually just about nice. It really is. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's not DB11 kind of comfort.
Inikalila.
Yeah, but hey, you're buying a Vantage. You're buying a car that looks like this. If it feels like a DB11, then something is wrong. But this is nice. This is just nice. It's comfortable actually. Yeah. Very pliant, a lot of communication. A little bit more on the firm side, but not harsh.
I'm happy just seeing you experience the car.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, the steering. The rack is nice.
How does it feel?
In. Direct.
We were in sports mode.
Sports mode, yeah. Not in Sports Plus. No, almost. Wow, there's a, and this is the gentle mode. It didn't kick you back in your seats.
Yeah.
Yeah. But definitely reminds you that there is power underneath this bonnet. I mean, for look at that. It's just, and I'm getting more and more impressed by the visibility. Actually, it's really good. Yeah. I can look at the abang grab behind there.
The nice thing is that compared to the usual mid-engine sports cars, right?
Yeah.
You are sitting in a car that has the same ride height as where I'm sitting.
Yep.
With the Sagas and Accords next to me.
Yep.
So it doesn't feel so like you are sunken on the road like that, right? For like those sports cars.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, it looks really low, but it's not that low.
Yeah.
Like when you get in, it's not that low.
And it's so easy to get in and out.
Yeah.
Even when you bring your like your other half out, right?
Your bring my dad around and stuff. Yeah. Easy for him to climb in and out the car. Yeah. Sweet V8.
And we're not in any.
Now we went to Sport Plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I'm going to explore Sports Plus, damping. Alright. That's harsher, but definitely you can even feel the steering wheel sharpening up a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah, dirty.
Yeah, but I hold my belongings.
Right.
No, it has a very large door bin. That's what I like. The door bins are huge.
Usually the gear shifts are faster.
That is violent.
Violent, yeah.
That is violent.
Shall we?
Okay, come.
Holy mama! But it's not entirely violent to the point where you're like scared. There's this.
Yeah.
It's not intimidating.
Yeah.
It's violent but not
Because
intimidating.
they limit the torque.
One
thing good about this engine, right? They can have like 500 over horsepower.
Yeah.
But then they put a torque. If you look at the figures, right, it's only like 600 plus. It's not a crazy.
Down here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. The steering rack.
It's not like crazy 800 Newton meters, right? And
Yeah.
it just throws you in the seat. No.
Oh, I love the brakes. And that really short steering rack makes it so agile. You can feel there's no, like the rear will just follow the front when you turn it.
Oh.
Yeah, that short wheelbase feeling, right?
Kena liao lah.
Kena already, yeah. But we get the Vantage, it'll be very high mileage Vantage.
But that's what Astons can do. I mean, for what you own now, Porsche and Aston. I mean, when I did my research, right?
Yeah.
Everyone, I mean, those UK forums, US forums, they all tell me the two brands that can do high mileage, Porsche and Aston Martin. I was surprised, you know. So
this is a car that I wouldn't mind doing Mae Hong Son, going all the way to Mae Hong Son. It's nice and snug. Oh, I really like the Vantage, more than I think I would. Because you know, when you watch an online review, right?
Yeah.
Then everyone has their opinion. When you get into a car yourself, then you start to see like how it fits into your life, right?
Yeah.
But it's nice and snug. I love the shape. You know, I can even see myself polishing the car. You know, like, yeah.
I think the thing is a lot of supercar owners, a lot of supercar brands, right? They know how to design things that wow people in the showroom and then make you sign on the dot, you know. they mesmerize you with all the marketing, the promises and all that. And then when you go into the car, right, it's so out of this world.
Yeah.
It blows you away. But those might not be necessarily good to your daily experience when you own the car.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of Aston Martin owners, right, are people who has been exposed to other supercar brands.
Yes.
And they see some of the impracticalities, and they understand. Oh, like you, right? You already own a Porsche, right? And you clearly know what you need, and you've driven many like other supercars, right? You've driven all of them, so you know that if I own the car, it has to do certain things really well in daily, and that's when a lot of this makes sense. For normal people who like they just made their first million or something, right? They want to reward themselves, right? It's very hard for them to come into an Aston and immediately grapple what we understand, because they're like, hey, same what?
Yeah.
Why is it? You know?
Yeah.
Why is it so typical?
Yeah,
but there's
so
a reason.
small,
There's a reason why it's so typical, because it's for your daily use. You know, it's you can literally use it every day, and that's the thing. People buy supercars, and because they're not practical, they park it at home. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and then the mileage is like 5,000-6,000, and then after a while they got bored of it, you know, and then they're like, oh, let's sell it. And then when they think back, right, over the past 5-6 years, they pay so much for the car, right, they don't really use it. Then they are put off with buying another supercar again.
Yeah. Then
Right.
they give up, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But yeah, bro, it's really, it's not like you're right, not out to impress you. There's no like boom, bing, bam, pow, pow.
Yeah.
The looks has some of that, but once you get in and drive, you can drive it just like your average car.
Yeah,
your average sedan, your average executive sedan. It just kind of fit. The longer you sit in the car, suddenly you feel like, oh, the ride height is nice, and the clearance is actually pretty good. So it means that you don't have to do the S-curve with bumps.
Yep.
Lovely.
It's fast,
It's fast.
Despite on paper it's at 500.
Yeah.
03, right?
But you're right, they really tame the torque down a bit.
So you get to enjoy the build up.
Yeah.
If the torque is too high, right, it goes too explosive, then you don't get to rev the engine, to enjoy the rev of the engine. Yeah.
I think that happens when they put on track mode, then it becomes more violent. I think they're also trying to ensure, trying to ensure that the rear doesn't slip too much. Yeah, because that makes it scary to put the foot down.
I like engines that, or tuning characters that allows you to rev the engine.
Even though I didn't get to drive it like spiritedly, but the brakes, right? There's also another really plus. They really nail the tuning on the brakes.
Nice, right? The modulation of it.
Yes, it's another very important aspect of a car that you can drive fast. Lovely lah. Yeah, that short wheelbase, that nice steering rack. It has all the formulas for a nice front engine rear-wheel drive sports car. Yeah.
Okay, let's reverse
Just
up.
reverse up.
And go to the configurator and take out your credit card.
Hello, I need to block my credit card. Someone stole my card. It's not me. It's not me.
Bobby, did you solve my credit card? No, you ask Adam.
All right. How do I park?
P.
That's it. Or P. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
is there like a parking brake situation over there, that side?
Yes.
Yeah. And then you can do the honor of switching off. You know this button is made of crystal?
Can I do the honor of starting the engine again?
Yeah. The starter sound, you like the starter sound, right?
All right. Oh, look how easy it is to come out.
The doors are very light, right? The way.
Yeah. Yeah, you just
Ingress
step
and
out.
egress is very easy.
Very easy.
Yeah.
But you gotta watch out for that side splitter,
Yeah.
not to step on it.
But the ingress and egress of Astons are very easy.
Very easy.
Seriously, yeah.
Very, very easy. Let's get going. All right, so there's a configurator. Let's take a look.
Have you played with their configurator?
I haven't actually.
Actually quite nice.
So-
This is the new version.
Oh, so you have the V8, you have the F1 edition, right? And then you have the V12 Vantage.
Look at the white body.
Oh, that wing, man.
No, even this part.
Oh.
I tell you that.
All right, so now the challenge is coupe or roadster. it's a daily, I prefer coupe lah.
Why? If you close the roof?
I don't know, I like the form factor of
Yeah, actually it's prettier. It is, when it was designed from ground up as a coupe. Actually, Aston Martin's,
Yeah.
I think coupes good. Because coupes carry the
yeah.
classic silhouette.
You look at that. I mean, it's also a very nice silhouette. Like it's a very classic roadster, flat, and then it still has that. But the coupe just looks so good.
Okay, so what Thomas?
Yeah, we're just browsing only. We're just browsing bro. Alright, and let's just take a look at the car one last time.
Yeah. Save the picture out and then we run the picture. So yeah, Thomas has spent his okay, loading. Then you can save it out. Then they'll print the invoice and mail it to you. Yeah. So I promise Thomas, if he buys his Vantage, I'll buy that 2 Aston Martin computer gaming chair for him. Yeah, as my gift to him for buying his Vantage, because he's a gaming freak. You still play Dota, right?
I don't game that much, but I do
But
game.
Dota, yeah, he's a pro. So
Oh,
he's
pro
trying to. He hopes he's a pro.
Nowhere near that. That's a casual gamer. Thank you, Bobby. It's an eye opener. I think to experience this is a very unique process. Something you don't get when you go to a Recon AP. You get whatever that you get.
Yeah, man.
And for such a wide range of personalization, I think it's really worth it. Mini supercar.
Wait, bro, you stand there. I need to take a picture of you
Get the best angle.
after you inspect your car.
This is a very nice angle of the car.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Oh yes, come on. Oh yes. Okay. Beautiful.